but they're not able to get the Ashe into position. So Shaxo in a 1v1 here against Time 37. Now maybe you can get the Ashe and the Zen into position.
Yeah, the Boston Uprising kind of made a mess of that situation. Nano boost for Valentine, who gets nothing. Okay, finally now finding Shax here with the sticky bombs. Maybe a bit of stall, maybe a bit more than that. Telex has gone down now. The duplicate here for Valentine becomes Diva, and Reaper is taken down. Blase has the coach gun away, and really Boston kind of lose two players early in that fight, and with Valentine's duplicate to stay in there. That's pretty heinous.
And then they use Rally on the point. Just a lot of survivability.
Oh!
Get players back on the respawn as I'm 37 just deletes Shax there and takes out Hotties. This has been all Boston thus far.
London Spitfires DPS are getting absolutely gapped early on here as the Uprising. Again, they built a little bit of momentum yesterday and they look to carry it through here. Wow, how one-sided was that?
Playing really passive, playing around the Sigma run combo.
They know that there's going to be a Winston Nano Boost combo likely coming through, and that wasn't even a damage boost with Fire Strike. Oh dear. Stand 1, Matt has to do something about this now. Primal and Nano at the same time. No, he sort of layers those entirely now. Fancies what Winston can do in this form, and Hardy is black and blue. Beaten to absolute pulp. And now the rest of the Uprising can push forward here. Stand 1 making use of all those resources invested. Okay, focusing beam gets Hardy extremely low, and if he escapes it, it'll be a miracle. No, Myeonbong makes sure that's not possible. Death from afar there as Yana gets involved in some of the damage, and Boston maintain control of the point here. The Uprising need to try and push forward here. Myeonbong will have a nano boost here for Stand 1, but Punk's already gone down. 5 players left for the Uprising here, and they're waiting for a charge. No! Oh, Stand 1 wasn't in line of sight of Myeonbong at all. They couldn't get him into the fight. Myeonbong said, I've got a nano, but I can't see you at all. He was around the corner. And the Spitfire really take advantage of how split the Uprising were playing there now. They've got the numbers, Coalescence in play. Duplicate on Diva just to buy some time as Punk returns on the Wrecking Ball here with the rest of the Spitfire looking plenty healthy after that Coalescence. Oh, Valentine, was that intended? I'm not sure. He goes over the edge after coming out of Duplicate. Not ideal if you're trying to stall, I'll be honest, Matt. I wonder if it goes to Stand 1 again. Okay, so yes, because he needs to build Primal, or he can use it to build Primal. Look how quickly he's done so. He's going to have it almost straight away. Graviton Surge comes in. Immortality Field has to be using the Primal. Okay, Stand 1 just unable to hit Q, but it doesn't matter because the Uprising is still here in numbers. Molfig, durable as he is, will go down to the sticky bombs, and the Uprising are in pole position, Matthew. Now, Blizzard, Valentine able to roll away because of that extra mobility. Briefly slowed, but still able to get out. And that Primal Rage that Stand 1 built in that previous fight does not go to waste. Ripper is separated from the rest of his team and eventually brought down. Molfig dies to the focusing beam there. Valentine getting a ton of value on this Echo here. The Spitfire were playing the creep, but they switched off of it. And now, the Boston Uprising are in a position that cannot be assailed. Map number 1 goes to the Uprising.
Has the Sigma there to just poke down damage, and what? Yeah, I mean, you just have enough damage that just kind of pokes and chips, and you
now
have
you
to
get
just
aggressive.
walk through so much of it. Yeah, exactly. I mean, once you get the advantage, right, you just speed right into them. You also have the speed boost to just disengage if you want to here.
Yeah, that would have been tough for Hybrid at it if he didn't get that Immortality Field. That's now been removed. Stand 1, though, out at sea completely.
Oh, that is...
Sound Barrier was there for Faith as well. Doesn't match the Spitfires. It comes a little bit later. It's a 1-for-1, but no Reinhardt for the Uprising here, and Hardy being pressured now by Valentine. He's another Ant Matrix, Matt.
Oh, and I mean, Punk was in such a difficult position, but Valentine comes in, able to pick up 2. As the Punk gets kind of booped over by...
No, okay, Gravitic Flux to keep him out of trouble. Immortality Field used instantly from the Spitfire now, but there's going to be a Blizzard right there, and here's the Deadeye from Valentine, 1 from I'm37 as well. But Blase's looking all frosty down range. Stand 1 has fallen. Valentine out of the picture now, and very quickly Punk trying to beat a hasty retreat, but he gets chased down. Kinetic Grasp, or no, he cannot stay alive. Nice flash to Valentine, good use of that so the defense matrix to protect Hybrid from Valentine, and now a sound barrier to double down. The Spitfire, they mean business, they want this point B and they need it now. Stand 1 comes back to the point. Myeonbong actually able to stay alive here after using an Ant Matrix, and losing Hybrid and Ripper could have been a problem.
Hanzo here.
So here's how it goes down. I'm seeing Faith, one of the players in position to sort of stop this cap, but he's on the wrong side of the wall. Dangerous for the McCree. Shatter, he just pushes straight past that now, but good defensive Gravitic Flux from Molfig. That is timed so well. Stand 1 falls to the Blizzard. Punk goes down. And that is a good response. The Spitfire look very good when they're playing defensively here, playing reactively. And again, that off-angle McCree from Um36. Yep. Oh, tries to do just that. Stunned instantly there. Might have been a flashbang, but I'm37 fights 2 now with the Deadeye. This is the opening here for the Boston Uprising, and they take full advantage. Hardy just gets pinned up against the wall there, and the Spitfire, again, tried to be proactive in that case, and
move in, take some position on the point.
Oh, the Spitfire have to be careful. Yes, it has to be a sound barrier that was almost cancelled from Kellex there. Oh. All right, well, Meteor Strike's going to deal with Hardy pretty easy, but Valentine gets caught, and another great defensive gravitic flux from Molfig. Really, really solid play from him. Further forward on defense now. This is where it gets a little bit dicey. The maneuvering. Oh, Hardy, another big classic Earth Shatter from the man. And yes, that will send the Uprising packing once more.
And I wonder when you start to mirror these types of compositions, here, just bursting these shields down and just damage at range.
Blase drops in, Immortality Field deployed to keep him alive, ostensibly, but Valentine is going to be the better doom right now. Getting rid of Hardy is quite big. This means the Spitfire have to split out of line of sight. They're trying to stay together for the most part, but Blase's got nowhere to go at all. Here's that defensive gravitic flux once more. Immortality Field, it's not there, but it's not needed. No one on the Uprising goes down, and it's a good Deadeye to get rid of Reaper here. Good start now for the Uprising with a minute 23 on the clock. They're behind in time bank, but for the next run through, Hardy charged out. Here's that Air Matrix on the other side of the map, but Gravitic Flux is going to make it absolutely useless. And here's the Dragon Strike. No one really caught in that one either. Stair 1 tries to harass Molfig down as he gets a bit of adaptive shielding, keeps him alive a little longer, but it's not quite enough. Myeonbong sits back now. Air Matrix available for the Boston Uprising, but he gets limited value from it as well outside of the healing boost to his teammates. And the Spitfire here will trickle in one at a time. How do they handle this situation? Valentine drops in. Myeonbong goes down. That's big. That could be a game changer.
They've been able to stay alive a little bit longer than expected because Kellex came back and ended up having a sound barrier out of this after some good stall by Blase. So you have Molfig in the mix.
Oh my!
Hybrid picking up kills here on the Tracer. It looks like London's going to be able to get a hold.
Oh, that is a gut punch for the Boston Uprising. That was so close. Look at that. 86.2%. This called Albany right now. We lost all these shielding just there, and Shaxx persistent nuisance in the backline here, and Up37 turns around. Shaxx cannot believe what just happened.
I'm 37 now. Well, once he gets the high ground, he's not pestered by this Tracer. This is when he can really start to do work on the Ashe. But you saw as soon as Hadi goes up to the high ground, there was a stun, the Discord Orb right in his face. Valentine's POV. Yet again, grab, pulse bomb.
This means that Valentine can get a little bit closer now. No shield bash to worry about, but Punk too low. Here's the Bob used on the point. The Graviton Surge is there, and I don't even know if Ripper needed that Transcendence, but Spitfire needed this next checkpoint, so they'll spend. And Valentine will be minding the card right now. Pulse Bomb, though. What a good reason to give up chaperoning duties. Valentine, it's the call of the bloodlust that reaches out to him, and he just steps forward, plonks that Pulse Bomb in, and the Spitfire now, they're going up
things off to just open up some space.
Okay, Graviton. Okay, Hardy's just sitting here. He's like, I have to basically stall out here. I can try and follow up on the Graviton Surge here, but I'm really just going to use my bulk to try. You're dead. Back to spawn for Valentine. Not a romantic hybrid is, I guess. Punk there falls to Ripper, and the Spitfire have the numbers. So the Nano Boost for Stan 1 is short-lived, and his backline gets London, honestly, pacing themselves somewhat. Hybrid, okay, I think that grapple hook doesn't really connect, and Stan 1 just ruins him.
I mean, even if it did, he was dead. As, the Nano Boost comes in, but not completely over. Shaxx gets both supports. Hadi's still alive. I mean, Shaxx just dominating here on the Tracer. This is a lot of what we saw last season as he is popping off.
This is where you want to see him. And Stan 1, yeah, I mean, we know what this guy can do on the Winston, but Shaxx has a Pulse Bomb. It doesn't have Stan 1's name on it because, frankly, it's not necessary.
And a Razor.
Right, Hybrid well positioned to get tons of value out of the Symmetra for exactly that reason. I'm37 though brought one as well and looks a little bit better in the early stages of this fight. Hardy and Blase have already gone down here in the Uprising. Speed boost to the point. They get there a little quicker. It looked like the Spitfire, Matt. They kind of land awkwardly as they drop down from their teleporter onto the point. kill one of them at a time right now. Symmetra Wall comes out, and here is that Immortality Field. Blase looking for a little bit of action with the Riptire, and he gets nothing. Again, another one-sided fight for the Uprising, and this series has been a Newton's cradle, an absolute seesaw. Unfortunately, uncharacteristically, not looking good for Molfig, but Blase gets into the fight quickly, finds a kill, but is traded out by Stand 1. Here's that sound barrier now for Kellex. He comes in at the right time. Myunbong has an amplification matrix, but he's dealing with the pressure right now. Has no chance to use that ultimate, so the Spitfire spend big.
A point.
I'm 37, deftly dodges a potential shield bash, and Immortality Field goes down there. Good time, because that's just when Stand 1 was starting to tear the Spitfire limb from limb. Hybrid's already gone down, crucially with the Kree, and these flashes off the table here, and wow, the Spitfire, they had an Immortality Field for some time, but
and then gets Biotic Grenade. This is going to be Valentine duplicating the Sigma, trying to get this Gravitic Flux.
I mean, the follow-up here could be ridiculous. Gravitic Flux to follow up the Graviton Surge. Okay, Molfig goes down. I'm 37 can't get away though. That's some sharp shooting there from Hybrid to get rid of him. Kellex in a good position here just to shepherd the rest of his team forward now. Myunbong has to use a defensive Biotic Grenade, but with Hybrid off the map, Valentine can play a little bit more audaciously. Losing Myunbong here hurts, and Faith looks like he's looking for a quick exit here. Yeah, not much he can do. Pretty frustrating there. He's looking for the Mega Pack and he can't get there.
Well, yeah, and he's moving over towards here. It's Stand 1. What? He's going to get a 2 with the Primal Rage. I was wondering, I was like, why is Faith playing from that position? That's going to be 3 for Stand 1.
Punk in trouble, but Stand 1 is going to return to the scene in a moment. Still, it was a situation where the Uprising are quite split up, despite the heroics of their main tank. Stand 1, yeah, that's 4 kills for him in this fight, but can he do more? Can he do enough to end this series here? Over the top he goes, Blase gets shield bash there, and Faith's shield is low. Blase with a sound barrier now means he can keep going with the endothermic blaster. Faith is down. Stand 1 also removed, and the London Spitfire is staying in this one, but only just.
Still in play.
Blase
in a ban, that's pretty fine.
Immortality Field. For both sides, by the way. I'm 37 traders, so Kellex is down here, but I think the Uprising, yeah, they're committed to this fight either way. Absolutely struggling here. It's going to be a Symmetra barrier now as Kellex gets halted straight into the hammer. Punk finishes him off there. Valentine keeps an eye on the left-hand side, but Stand 1 has fallen to Hybrid. Looks like the wall doing some work, forcing the Uprising's main tank to push up too far. I can't believe this is happening. Blase's fallen, though. Ripper's Immortality Field is now fallen. Hybrid charged up, though. Forces I'm 37 away. That's a recall now used. The Battle Cow could be in trouble. The charge comes in. Punk didn't have the Fortify available and gets burnt down. The Fire Strike finishes the job. I'm 37 in overtime, trying to keep it going, but Stand 1 steps up, gets rid of Hybrid. Wrecking Ball now going to come for the pile driver on the point, but Molfig is going to be under pressure in a moment. Good healing for Stand 1 coming there. Throws his shield up in a critical moment just to stay in the fight. 30%, that's all the Spitfire have got so far, and I'm37 falls to a Riptire. That'll relieve some of the pressure on the back line, and now Reaper gets to really churn out that healing. Oh no, that's not where you want to be, Kellex. Very close to death is the Lucio, and Stand 1 follows up and gets that kill. It's Reaper that goes down in the end. Still in overtime as Hardy finds Valentine. Here's a shatter. Punk had Fortify at the time, so wasn't too bothered. Hardy got hit with one himself. Stunned up by Stand 1's charge, and Kellex goes down. It's a Wrecking Ball. That's all the Spitfire have to work with, and that's too little, too late in the day. And the Uprising ended in an exciting 5-map affair.